All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Monster Mash. So, today, what we're doing is we're hunting a couple of Rathians to upgrade. I forgot what I was trying to upgrade in this quest. I recorded this footage a few days ago, and since then, I have made vast improvements to my armor, which, by the way, I did show off just there, and you can see exactly what armor I'm wearing. I think I was trying to upgrade my Rathian hunting horn that I have since stopped using because now I'm a full-blown lance main in world. Didn't expect that, honestly, but hey, I've always like appreciated lance from afar, and I've always like been like, oh, like, lance is fun. It was just I never like committed to it. Now I'm like full on committed to lance, and I'm having a blast with it so far. So, that's been a lot of fun. Pardon me, I had to hydrate there for a sec. Anyway, what are we talking about today? I actually, so it's been a bit, and that actually does lead quite well into what I want to talk about today, which is ADHD and like ADHD paralysis, and that's something that I do struggle with often, and you can see that in action via the long droughts of content that I have frequently. I should clarify, I have not been like actually diagnosed with ADHD, but when I was a young lad, I was properly diagnosed with hyperfocusing, which, if I remember correctly, was a more mild form of ADHD. Clearly, I still struggle with symptoms. I just have not been diagnosed with ADHD proper, like in a more modern diagnosis, because that diagnosis that I got was like when I was like 9, right? So that was a while ago. So I have no idea if that's still even accurate anymore. I have no idea if hyperfocusing is still even like a documented condition anymore. Because I know that certain things like that get reworked and rewritten all the time, just for accuracy's sake. More accurate diagnoses. So I'm not medicated. I'm not diagnosed with ADHD proper, but I do know that I suffer from certain symptoms of that. For example, ADHD paralysis. I just learned about this like the other day, and I thought I was just fucking nuts. I thought I was stressed out all the time, and that's why I was just not doing anything. I thought I was just lazy. But it turns out that this is a thing that a lot of other people struggle with, and it is like a surprisingly common thing, which, is comforting in the sense that I know I'm not fucking crazy. But, I guess it's easier to know how to fix a problem if you just have a name to attach to it. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I don't think I'm gonna go and get like diagnosed proper and like get medicated. Because that's expensive, and I can't even afford living right now. So it's not something I want to. Tack onto my plate when I've already got so much. But I do want to talk about experiences with dealing with that and what I'm doing now to try to help mitigate that bullshit. Because, okay, for those of you who are not in the know, what is ADHD paralysis? I have no idea if anybody here in the audience can relate. I'm sure at least a couple of you can relate. But what ADHD paralysis is it's that feeling where you have a lot to do, and you know exactly you have a good idea of what you need to do, but you just don't do it. Either because you're, distracting yourself with something, or the internet's calling your name, because good lord, the internet fucking knows how to keep your attention, or whatever reason, you just don't do anything. And even though you don't do anything, you're so stressed out about all the things you need to do. By the end of the day, even if you've done nothing, you're still exhausted because you're thinking about that stuff all day, and you're just stressing yourself out about it, right? It's a not a fun cycle, and I do this shit all the time. But I am taking steps to hopefully try to mitigate that. I have a whiteboard, and writing down to-do lists like genuinely helps me a lot. The problem that I have after that point is I write down the to-do list, then I don't fucking do the to-do list. So, I don't know. I just need to come up with a better system, and that's tough to do on your own, you know? I'm trying to use scheduling apps again. I'm trying to use to-do lists and alarms and stuff like that. Hopefully trying to get better at that. One of the main things that has always, the main thing that has always helped me push past that sort of paralysis is when I know there's other people who are working on this project, you know? Or at least a project. Like, if I'm on a project and it's like a group effort, it's like, okay, I'm gonna put in 110% because it's like, I don't wanna let down everybody who's working on this project, you know what I mean? But if it's just me, even if you guys like watching these videos and I wanna get videos out way, way faster. It's just that I need to be able to push past this, and it's not an easy thing to do, you know? I'm still trying to figure out, like, adult life. I'm 25, and I'm still trying to, like, understand how to fucking care for myself. And then I also have to figure out how to wrestle with my goddamn mental disabilities, my neurodivergence, I guess. I gotta figure out how to make these videos. I gotta figure out how to fucking support myself. It's there's a lot on my plate mentally right now, and it's just obviously not even taking into account the fact that I have to go to work and do a real job. All this to say that I don't mean to, like, do a woe is me kind of thing. I'm just trying to be real, you know? I'm just trying to, you know, put it better into perspective on why there are droughts in content, and I do feel bad about it, you know? Every person who suffers from this exact symptom always feels bad about it. You know, that's the point. Is it's involuntary. It's not like I'm choosing to not do anything and blow my entire day by fucking watching YouTube for, you know, 4 hours straight, 5 hours straight, and just not do anything. I don't choose to do that. It's just something that my brain is just like, hey, the cycle that I get in specifically is, oh, I need to do a lot of things. I need to do my laundry. I need to wash the dishes. I need to record a fucking video. I need to do whatever. I need to read. I need to finish this fucking manga. By finish, I mean finish reading it. I'm trying to, I'm like 90% through JoJo's Steel Ball Run. And that's another main symptom of me having ADHD paralysis. Well, I mean, not exactly ADHD paralysis. I'll talk about that in a second. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like, it is, I fall into the cycle of like, oh, I need to do a lot of things. And then I start watching YouTube. And then YouTube, because fucking YouTube and the internet in general, like every social media site, they are like designed to keep you attached to them. They're designed to make you stay on the website or whatever, keep scrolling, keep doom scrolling, keep watching their videos, keep looking at ads, because that's how they make their fucking money, right? It is dangerous. It really is. And so some of the other steps that I've taken towards bettering my mental state is I've pretty much uninstalled every social media app from my phone. I'm looking into. For some reason, I was like, I want to see if there's any like alternative Reddit apps available, because I'm on a new phone and it's a whole new system. I've been meaning to like write this fucking video on this new phone for a while. That's hopefully going to be my next main video. But I was trying to see if there's any alternative Reddit applications. And I found one that's called the no scrolling, the no scrolling, no doom scrolling Reddit app, where it only shows you the first page of the subreddits you're following and the main news. And it's like, you know what? I'm actually down with that. I don't know if I'm going to use it because I kind of don't like Reddit, but I don't know. The fact that that's there is nice, and I'm taking all that more into consideration. One of the other things is I've also just, it's it's one of those things where it's like, I know I'm addicted to this shit because I've relapsed several times, where I just want to, I've uninstalled the YouTube app like maybe 3 or 4 times from my personal phone. And like, I'll uninstall it and I'll, feel good. I'll feel good about that for a little bit, and like, it'll feel good but also weird, where it's like, oh, I don't have, because like, if I don't have YouTube or Twitter or Reddit or whatever on my phone, it's like, well, what purpose is there for me to constantly be checking this? And that's the thing, there isn't. And I shouldn't be checking that phone every minute of every day. It's not healthy. I shouldn't be doing that. It's a good thing. But I've been doing that for so long that it feels like almost alien to me. It's such a it's such a weird thing to be going through. That was my chair, sorry. So yeah, we're taking steps to avoid that kind of stuff, and we're taking steps to hopefully give myself more focus. I've been listening to more music recently. I've been trying to branch out to new artists. Like, I've been listening to Logic's No Pressure. That was a cool kill, by the way. I've been listening to Logic's No Pressure and a few other albums by this group. There's a bunch of artists that go under this moniker, Home. If you don't know the actual artist, you've definitely heard their songs. If you watch Summoning Salt, that main song that he uses for his intros to his videos, that's Home. And if you look up Home Resonance, you've definitely heard that song before. So I've been listening to more like, it's kind of like a lo-fi trance, like vaporwavy kind of style. And it is, it's very relaxing. I actually really do like that trance style of music where I just get to like zen out for a little bit. Because it's also like the problem of like constantly thinking about things is annoying, and not like oh man, I'm so smart, I can't stop thinking about shit. It's like, I'm just trying to listen to an album and here I am stressing about my future and the cringe shit I've done in the past. Like, that shouldn't be happening. I should just be sitting down and enjoying the goddamn album. So yeah, it's a lot to deal with, I guess that's just kind of the end of the statement. I don't know. It's hard to talk about this stuff because I'm sitting here, like, not complaining, but just, like, being real about the shit that I struggle with. And I've basically been conditioned by certain people in my life that any complaining about shit you're going through just isn't warranted, and you're throwing yourself a pity party and you're expecting fucking pity points and like, oh, I feel bad for you. It's like, I'm not doing that. And I want to get over that, because that's the purpose of the fucking Monster Mash, right? The purpose of this channel specifically is to be real and talk about this shit and be honest and all that stuff. It does help me, like I have learned over the last few years that if I just sit down and just talk about shit, I do end up feeling better. And I'm sure I'll feel a lot better about my situation after, I'm done editing this video, and you get content out of it. And people seem to like this style of video, so hey, fucking why not? I guess that's another thing I want to talk about. Is I do want to open up an email, like an email Dropbox or inbox, excuse me, so that if you want to send in a question, you don't need to do it in like a public comment sort of way. You can just send in an anonymous message. Like, if you have like a personal question and you don't want that to be like just public and out there, you can send an email in and write yourself down as anonymous. Because I do want to answer questions. I do want to like open up the floodgates, as it were, to topic suggestions and stuff like that. Whether they be about Monster Hunter, whether they be about, personal shit, whether they be about whatever. Because I'm like I said in the last video, I'm basically modeling this channel after the Weekly Slap. So I'm basically just gonna do all the same shit that he's doing. But it is different because it's me that's doing it. It's not Schlatt. Schlatt doesn't play Monster Hunter, at least I don't think. That'd be cool if he did, but it's whatever. Because that is the thing. This kind of video has really only existed for... I guess has only existed in like the Call of Duty space, or with CNanners and the old Machinima guys. I have not seen anybody do this kind of content for Monster Hunter, so you know, trying to do something relatively fresh here. Yeah, so I will make a community. Well, I guess I can't do community posts on this channel yet. I guess what I'll do is whenever the inbox does open, I will say that like right at the beginning of whatever video comes out, like right at the beginning, and I'll put the email address on screen and everything. I'll put it in the description of all the videos and from that point onward. Because that interaction is fun, you know. Which I do get that from streaming, but honestly, I think I'm gonna stop streaming for a little bit. Just take a break from it. Because stream viewership has been down. Ooh, I knocked something around on my desk. Stream viewership has been down a lot recently, and I don't blame anybody for it. It's like shit you gotta do, you know. If you're bored watching me, then you're bored watching me, and that's fine. And I kind of feel that, where I don't feel bored streaming per se, because I always have fun, right? But it feels like I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and that's not compelling to me. But that also is one of the problems that I have. Hey, let's just jump right into the next topic. One of the things that I want to talk about earlier was that it's impossible for me to finish things, and I feel like that was a terrible fucking dodge. It's impossible for me to finish things. Finish anime, finish manga, finish games, finish videos. And I guess that, I don't know if that's ADHD per se, but in my mind, the way I rationalize it is I just get excited for things way too quickly. Where it's like, I'm so excited to get this video out and I really want to talk about this concept, but actually making the video about the concept takes time, and my attention span can't last for that long before I get excited about the next thing, and I want to put all my effort into the next project that I'm doing. It happened to me with keyboards. I was working on something. I don't even remember what I was working on, but then I discovered this whole world, this whole community of people who build custom keyboards, and I'm like, fuck, that's awesome. So I spent the next like 4 months watching creators, subscribing to new creators, understanding the lingo and how things work, how keyboards are built, different switch types, what a sound test is, and all that culminated in my own mechanical keyboard video, which no one watched, which is fair, you know. It's just like, oh, I get too excited to work on new videos before I can actually finish them. Same with games. Like, I'm really, really jazzed about, like, Pizza Tower or whatever. But it's like, oh, man, Pizza Tower is fucking excellent, and I'm loving it. But wait a minute, it's fucking Monster Hunter World. I'm gonna play that game again for the next 500 hours of my life. And then it's like, oh, before I even get to fucking high rank in Monster Hunter World, it's like, oh, man, Resident Evil 4 remake or Dead Space remake. I'm definitely gonna play those. And just repeat ad infinitum, dude. Like, it fucking sucks, you know? So, at least... excuse me. At least now that I'm, like, kind of aware of what's going on, and, like, I have a word to attach to it, and I have, like, something to Google, I guess it does help, you know? But, again, I don't think I'm gonna go out and be diagnosed or anything. I think it's just like, you know, some things will apply to me, some things won't. And medication is expensive, and I just really don't want to put that on my plate right now. Maybe if, like, YouTube takes off, or I'm able to do, like, a proper, for-real film job, then yeah, I'm probably gonna have to eventually invest in my own mental health and get medicated. But for the time being, I just can't, man. It's not something I can do. So, you know, I'll talk about it if I ever do become medicated, but, you know, now's not the time. Fuck, what else is there to talk about, even? I mean, because this whole video, the title of this video is just ADHD, right? So I can talk about all that shit. I do have, like, 3 projects I'm working on right now. One of them is this video. Like, I'm sitting here recording this video right now. And I have 2 other projects I'm working on. One of them is a video that I'm not gonna talk about because it's not, like, done yet. I haven't even started filming that one. And then the other one after that is a new demo reel, so that I can ship that around and work with some people that I might be able to network with in the near future, which would be really cool, not gonna lie, to be able to do like a proper editing job and like do shit and use the skills I've been building up for the past 15 fucking years of my life. Who would have thought? Oh man. It's so crazy, man. It's so fucking nutty. You know what? I can tell this story. This was, oh man, like probably a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, and I apply. Basically, what I did was I put my information out. I made a demo reel like 3 or 4 years ago, and that was primarily focused on the short films that I was working on or worked on in the past. Haven't really done like a proper like IRL project in a bit. I've pretty much only been doing shit on this YouTube channel, be it streams or audio editing or whatever else I'm doing. So that demo reel is hilariously out of date. I really need to update it, which I'm working on right now. Yeah. So I basically put my information out on like, it's called ZipRecruiter, which was not the best idea because now all I do is just get fucking bombarded with emails every day about jobs I'm never gonna fucking apply to. I really need to delete that account. It's not worth it. But through ZipRecruiter, I actually did meet a local business, like a local family-owned business that was going to do, that was going to start doing media stuff and like start doing live streams. And I'm not gonna like say the company name because I don't remember. This was so long ago. Basically, what they did was they like worked with like, I think it was mixed drinks, and they made like drink mixers or something like that. They worked with like alcohol, right, and making party drinks and shit. So part of their media stuff was going to be, we're gonna start a stream and we're going to do like tutorials on how to make mixed drinks and stuff. And it's like, oh, that's really cool actually. And I would be totally down to work with them. And I got an interview with them over Zoom. I talked with them. They seemed to really like me. I went to their fucking office. I had an in-person interview with them there. You know, it felt like a shoo-in, honestly. And then they ghosted me and never fucking emailed me again after that. Should I have emailed them once just to be like, hey, what's up? Probably. And I didn't do that, and that was my mistake, right? But still not a great feeling where you feel like it's basically a shoo-in and then they just don't ever fucking text you back. You know, not great, but hey. I guess what that experience told me was like, I guess I know what I'm talking about when it comes to editing, and I'm good enough to get to like the final stages of you know, an interview. I don't know. So being able to actually do the thing I've been teaching myself how to do is kind of a novel concept, you know. And YouTube is definitely work. Like I do put a lot of work into this stuff, and I've put a lot of money into fucking equipment and things like that. I just bought a fucking new GPU for this computer that I'm recording on and editing on, and it's a nice GPU too. I managed to get a fucking 3080 for that shit. So, yeah, like I'm properly invested in this shit. Like I'm kind of locked into this build, so I need to be able to make this work. And I have paths available to me. There's just stuff I need to do before that, like finish my fucking demo reel. So, hey, you know, that's just something I just gotta fucking do. Will I be able to do it? Yeah, hopefully. And by the way, even if I do get like a proper editing job, I still want to continue doing this channel, right? And that's one of the other things, is like I do put a lot of work into these channels and the content that I make for y'all, like a lot of work. You'd be surprised, right? For something as seemingly simple as the content that I make. The issue is that I'm not making money off of it, which isn't, I know the whole thing of like, oh, the artistry should speak for itself and you should enjoy actually making these videos. But it's like, and I do enjoy making these videos, but I can't justify spending this much time on it if I can't afford rent. So, yeah, it's just the reality. Like, what I want to do is this, but the realities of life mean that I can't do this for a living, and it sucks. If I ever make it to the point where I can do this stuff for a living, that's great, and I will do it. But for the time being, I just gotta like try to do something else. So, you know, while I'm trying to work on that, I'm gonna try to make as many videos as I can. I want to make this channel like a weekly thing, because that'd be cool, right? You know, do like I guess like a virtual diary or whatever, or like a questionnaire, Q&A kind of thing, and interchange between that and be able to talk about a bunch of stuff. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. But that's all speculation at this point. I have no idea if this channel's gonna take off or not. Who fucking knows? So it's all kind of up in the air. That's the problem with doing YouTube stuff, is that you kind of basically need luck, you know? You need to have like a winning, like you could have the best concept ever, you could have the best thumbnails, the best titles, but ultimately at the end of the day, what really determines a channel's success is you need to get that, you definitely need the skills to be able to entertain and edit and make good videos and everything, that's very important, but you need that little bit of luck to get you started. And I feel like I've gotten a hefty amount of luck. I don't want to take the audience that I've built here for granted. Well, on the other channel, realistically. This channel is still pretty small. On the main channel, I should say. I'm not going to take the audience that I've amassed there for granted. But part of the whole thing about making this channel is that I have basically two audiences. One audience likes Linux and tech and other stuff, and the other one likes Monster Hunter. I still get people asking me when I'm going to play Monster Hunter 4 again. Which I might pick that game back up again. I said that in the last video. Like, I'm definitely gonna do it. I just don't know when. Because I've got so much other shit I gotta do. I gotta fix my car. I gotta do laundry. Fuck, man, dude. This shit sucks, dude. Living? Why is living gotta be so fucking complicated? I gotta buy a new car, man. I gotta save up for that. The real world sucks. Just... if I could be a fucking Cro-Magnon grug and pick berries and not have to worry about any of that shit, I'd fucking do it. Because this shit is too complicated. I'm living comfortably, though, thankfully. So, life, struggles, and all that stuff. But hey, this is what the Monster Mash is all about. Anyway, I guess I am reaching the end of this quest. I can see it happening right now. I will open up that email inbox at some point. Whenever I get the other shit that I need to do, whenever I get everything else done, that'll be the next thing on my to-do list. Got a big ass fucking to-do list of big projects, and each item on that to-do list takes a long time to do. So, I guess all this to say, pardon the occasional droughts in content. I'm trying to make my brain work. Which I guess that's, you know, what all of us are trying to do. We're just trying to make it work. So, you know, I want to thank you for making it this far, I guess. 28 minutes, 29 minutes. Jesus Christ, that's a long fucking video. I guess if you want, you can watch other bits of the Monster Mash if you want. Currently, it's only this in the intro video, but if you're watching this in the future, there's probably some more stuff available, so I don't know, if you're into this, just be my guest. If you're not, why even still watching? Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.